Hello everyone, this is Anna Stanton. I hope you're having a fabulous day. I'd like to share this poem with you that came through my creative writing this morning. And the poem is called Your Soul Calling, and it goes like this. I hear the whispering voice within, knocking on the door of my heart and soul. Even if I do not know the how to fully, I continue to feel the essence of my soul calling. The more I do not listen to these whispers, I feel a sense of being disconnected. With deep sadness that I am not trusting this voice within, the more I ignore these whispers, the more I feel something is missing. I try to distract myself by being out there in the world, yet I know deep within I am not being my authentic self. I feel a part of my true self is dying within as I push my soul calling to the background. Hearing the other voices telling me, I'll get to this one day. I'll make more money, then I'll do this. I'll learn more first, and then I will be ready. The loud voices within, wondering what will others think, especially if I leave this secure path. The truth is that I do not trust my evolving path, not giving myself full permission to step into my whole self. Waiting for the right time, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for the universe to align, and waiting for my confidence to shine. The truth be known, I hear the whisper and deep knowing, telling me to just take the next step. You do not need to have everything lined up, just move towards your soul vision. Your confidence will become evident from within as you trust your next obvious step. No need to jump from your secure place. Only you know what pace is right for you right now. You will never see all the steps lined up. You will always know your obvious next step. The step that truly inspires you to start will always create momentum as you focus on this step. The next inspirational step will come towards you. No need to work it all out. Just allow yourself to sit inside your knowing. The vision within will guide you one step at a time. Take your next inspired step with full presence. That is the whole pathway to living your soul calling. The world needs what you have to offer. Value your life journey as inspirational learning lessons. Inspiration comes to and through you. Share your inner voice and inner vision with the world, knowing that you are transforming lives, making a difference, one soul at a time. So that is your soul calling. And this poem came about at a time that I've been going through in my life. And it's a transformation, it's a transition. And it's sitting in and listening to that soul calling and taking one step at a time, as I've mentioned. And every single line that I talk about when it comes to the inner voice, the self-critic that can come up. And I'm just looking for that section where I talk about, waiting for the right time and waiting for the right opportunity. Who can relate to that? And then especially when it comes to the confidence, I'm just waiting for my confidence to shine. Confidence will come through to and through you when you align with the next step of what is truly calling you. And what I learned was that I didn't need to know all the steps. I didn't need to know the whole vision. All I needed to know was to trust the inner knowing, the inner whisper that was speaking to and through me, yeah? And generally we sit on something. There's something that we know. So who here can relate to? There's something that you're sitting on, a dream, a vision, a calling, a particular essence of who you know you truly are, yet you're not expressing that potential from within yourself in the outside world. As one of my clients said to me this morning, he realised that he's created a career path in a way that's moulded him to survive. And he didn't even realise that he was doing that. So now he's breaking free because of that realisation, and to then start to listen in and reprogram so that he can listen into the actual inner voice that's guiding him, not the structure and the strategy of the culture that he has stepped into and staying in because of survival or the collective consciousness inside that culture. So it's really important that you're not selling your soul, that you are listening into the soul calling, and whatever that looks like to you, feels like to you, only you know when you put your head on the pillow as to at the end of the day, as to whether you feel fulfilled or are you just on a cycle. Now, it doesn't mean just jump ship, as I said in this section, where it's like, you know, you don't need to jump and leave your secure place. Only you will know, as my husband did many, many years ago when he was working in a company. He knew that deep inside he wasn't happy at the end of the day. And he knew that there came a time in his life whereby he was selling his soul. He could feel it, right? So only you will know from within yourself. And listening in. And the calling, what I realised was the calling comes, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. It's like breadcrumbs. One piece at a time will come in and it'll create like a jigsaw puzzle. And this is what I realised even in writing my books and with the writing that I'm doing and the books that I'm creating at the moment, is like you start to listen in and then you honour that step, and then you will hear another step that you will feel inspired to do, and momentum is created from that. And that is where you'll start to feel and sense the inspirational vision, which is the calling that's calling you forward to move forward into that vision. But if you're busy, if you've got lots of different habitual beliefs, excuses that you make that you know are not correct to who you are, or it doesn't bring out your best, okay? Just to conform inside of that, because it's like there's a section there where I talk about being distracted with the outside world to make sure that, try and stay out there in the outside world. But are you truly being authentic to yourself? Now, it's not about not being in the outside world, but it's coming from inside out so that you can be your authentic self when you step out into the big world, still being and honouring, your strengths, your gifts, your talents in action, being your authentic self and not getting swayed by other people's opinions and external distractions and voices on the outside. So trusting your calling and listening into that. So if that's something that is calling you, then I encourage you to have a listen, and then just start to notice what areas you're being called towards and what steps you're being called to take, and having the courage to take those steps one crumb at a time. So if that's something that you're interested in finding out more about, my name is Annette Stanton, and this is something that I'm very, very passionate about and stepping further into. And stay tuned, because I've got my next book coming out which expands even more so around this very subject that is very close to my heart and soul. Have a wonderful day expressing your soul calling in action. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Bye for now.